Ryan Garcia has announced his exhibition at the press conference recently. Have you seen any of the clips? What do you make of this fight?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, Ryan, I like Ryan. I think he's a really nice kid. You know, I think that he seems to have calmed down a little bit on social media and stuff like that, which is good to see. I don't care much for the exhibition stuff, but I guess he's thinking it's an opportunity to make money before he returns back to the ring, I guess, next summer. So don't take too much note of this. But, you know, after his ban, I do look forward to seeing him back in the ring because I think he's a great addition when he's on it, particularly for world boxing. You know, he's a very good fighter. He's a good-looking young kid. He appeals to that younger audience as well. And he can be in some massive fights at 140 or 147.
Oscar said he'll sue him if he doesn't have Golden Boy in and around the fight. Well, what do you make of that? Is that smart?
I don't know the business inside out. I don't know their contracts. But obviously, if he's contracted to Golden Boy and they're not involved, that can cause a problem, even though it's not a real fight. I don't know. Sounds messy, but I'm not really bothered about Ryan in an exhibition. I'm more bothered about next year when he returns and, you know, hopefully he gets himself in order because he's got a big future in the sport.
Shakur Stevenson versus Schofield. Is that confirmed? Schofield said it is.
Yeah, I mean, I know that like there's backs and forth and, you know, the father wants it, the fighter wants it. Obviously, we're talking to Golden Boy as well. We've made them an offer. Like when Shakur was supposed to be fighting Zepeda, all was good, February 22nd. Now they're saying that Zepeda's not ready. He needs an opponent. For me, Schofield's been calling out Shakur for a while now. He's a very talented young fighter. It is a big step up. But at some point, you take a big step up, especially if there's financial reward. So I don't know if that fight will get made. But we have been talking to Golden Boy about numbers around that fight. And there is a chance. But we won't know for the next probably 24, 48 hours.
If not Boots Ortiz next, then who do you think Boots should be in there with the
unify? I mean, the only reason, you know, when we initially talked about the Ortiz fight, we were told that it could be at 147. We don't have a problem moving to 54, but when we do it, we'll probably lose our championship. So at the same time, if it's not Ortiz, it has to be a unification. But, you know, Jaron wants to be in big fights, and the Ortiz fight is a big fight in Saudi, and we'll see again. There's going to be a lot of business done today and tomorrow, because I think an announcement from His Excellency is probably imminent. So lots to do this afternoon.
And then Teofimo Lopez has said that he sent an offer to Kambosos. You're now with Kambosos fully. Can you confirm that? Is that a fight?
Probably before we started working together. If an offer was sent, I don't know. But I've not seen an offer from Teofimo. You know, maybe we got together after that. But that's not really an option for George in the next couple of months. He needs a comeback fight at 140, of which we'll look to do in Australia in February. Then Teofimo, no problem. Like, that's a big fight. You know, there's a big history between those two guys. Obviously, we have a lot of 140-pounders as well that could work for George Kambosos, but let's see him get a win, and who knows what's next.
I have to ask, finally, who at 140, after those kind of comeback fights in Australia, do you want to see him in there with?
Look at the fighters we've got. You know, you've got Paro against Hitchens is a massive fight next week. And I think, really, if you're looking at if Paro gets the win there, that sets up a massive all-Australian fight. So we've got lots of options for George, and I'm looking forward to working with him. You know, he creates a lot of interest, a lot of noise, and he's a good bloke, along with his dad. So looking forward to the future.
We've just witnessed the weigh-ins for what is a cracker local show for me, Birmingham. It is the home of boxing for some people. Obviously, it's been a long time since we've had a big show, and this weekend we exactly have that.
Yeah, I think we've been working really hard in this city and in this region. And you've got a lot of fighters that are selling a lot of tickets, but this is the first time we've had a really big main event, and it's, you know, the people have responded. Should have close to 7,000 in there tomorrow night. Last time we did a card this big in Birmingham was Amir Khan. I think we had like 8,000 in there. So a big moment for the city. Great main event, great undercard, and you know, I'm liking it here. I think it's got a lot of potential to keep growing for Midlands boxing and Birmingham boxing.
Tell us about the backstory of this fight, and it's obviously sold well. Why do you think that is, Eddie?
I think that when fans start really understanding the narrative and the storyline, and this is a natural storyline, you know, two fighting families, the amateur code, obviously, Galal was picked for Team GB over Sonny. You know, he went on to win Olympic gold. Galal Yafai and Charlie Edwards had their beef as well. Two great fighting families, two great young men, actually, and just amazing to see them risk it all in a fight like this. For Sonny, he's fighting kind of like a prospect in Galal Yafai, and for Galal, he's fighting an established world name. So a lot of risk for both, and a great undercard as well. But, you know, a fight for British boxing that people can understand and buy into, and they've done that tomorrow night.
Sonny Edwards is a great self-promoter, isn't he?
He is. You know, sometimes you get on with him, sometimes you don't. But he speaks his mind, and I respect that. Do you know what I mean? So, but one thing you have to respect about Sonny is he's taking these big fights all the time. Like, he went into the Jesse Rodriguez fight. You know, he went into the Curiel fight in Phoenix in his backyard. Now he's going into the Galal Yafai fight. So he always says real fights only. He stands on that. And, you know, you got to respect both guys for taking this fight.
And a big one in Monaco next month to finish up.
Yeah, I mean, next week, obviously, as I said, Paro Hitchens, big card in Monaco, and then Fury Usyk. So it's a big 4 weeks, but don't miss tomorrow night. It's going to be a cracker in Birmingham.
See you there.